Hello class! Welcome back to our continuation of our mouth shapes for our limited animation course. So I have the final mouth shape that I mentioned that I forgot right there down at the bottom, which is the closed mouth, or the sounds M, P, and B. It's pretty much a very easy shape, like I said, it's just a closed mouth, so I just drew it there already, and for the rest of this video, I'm not going to be dealing with drawing any more static mouth shapes. I'm actually going to spend the rest of this video doing an animation. So what you're going to see me do here is I shrink up the mouth shapes and I just move them around because those are just going to be our references and examples for now. But for the rest of this video, you're going to be seeing me actually work on an animation, doing a dialogue. And I don't have any actual sound for this dialogue. This is just me eyeballing a character saying the word hello. Essentially, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do an interesting little character, do a little pose. It's pretty much going to be the same character you see above. I'm just mouthing and timing out that character saying the word hello. And this is me essentially trying to teach you guys how to apply what we learned. So that's what you're going to see for the rest of this video. That's why I have it all really sped up. So you can see at the top, we have all of our mouth shapes, everything that we need. And essentially what you're going to see is how we would animate dialogue. And you would think it would be pretty simple. You just draw the mouth shapes as you see fit based on what the words are that are being said. However, something you need to really note when working with dialogue, especially if you have an audio track, is the timing. Now, like I said, I don't have an audio track actually being used. I'm just doing this by pure knowledge of how to do animated lip sync. But if you actually have an audio track, usually it will depend on the program, but typically what you are going to want to do, especially even if you were animating by hand on paper, what you want to do is time your animation so that it is just a bit before the actual audio plays. Essentially what happens is that the way we visualize things and the way our ears and our eyes work and the way we hear and see, it is better for us to draw the actual shape of the mouth before the sound occurs because that makes it easier for the eye to read it. That's just one of the principles of how we do lip sync with animation. So if I was actually timing this, I would be drawing the mouth shapes just a bit before the actual sound. Like if I'm doing hello and I have the eh sound, I'd be doing that shape for the eh, just like we have our reference up there. I'd be doing that just a bit before you actually hear that sound. And as you see me animating this, of course, I'm going to be going very quickly as I sped it up. But once we start getting to our endpoints and finishing things up, I'm going to slow things down so you guys can see everything clearly. But essentially what you're going to see me do here is, like I said, just work on that animation and work on, like I said, dialogue, lip sync, and timing. And of course, we're going to do another video later on where we actually sit down and do an actual dialogue for our animation. So you'll get the gist of what I'm saying with everything to do with timing and everything else. So doing this pass, it's very simple because it's only one word, hello, but you're going to see that even while doing this, every single pose isn't perfect at first because, like I said, I'm trying to make the animation actually pretty interesting. I want them to have an interesting facial expression. I want them to actually be moving. I don't want it to just be static and just the mouth is moving. I wanted the head to move as well. I kind of wanted them to do like a little bow as if they're greeting someone and saying hello. So that's how I'm trying to work on it. And again, as I'm doing this entire piece, I'm going to be going back and forth, changing some poses here and there that I don't think look the best, and just overall trying to make everything look really nice. So you can see here that I've slowed the animation down just a bit because now we're going to start to get into the final stages. So since this is going to be just a bit of a slower process, I think I might leave you guys with some music to listen to, and then I will come back toward the end once we're done. Thank you. So we've now pretty much reached the end here. We're nearly done. The only thing you're going to be seeing me do left is to change around the timing a bit, change up the poses, and then render out my video just to see if it looks good. Of course, like I said, this is all going to be pretty much trial and error for you guys. Once you get your audio tracks into your actual file, you're just going to have to play around with how the dialogue actually matches. And again, it should be noted that rendering the animation out is going to look a lot different than when you have it in your animation program. So you can see right here, I'm rendered out the video of the character saying hello, and I think it fits really well. If you just look at it, it's like the character is saying hello, hello, just like that. And something you'll also notice is that when I did these poses, you'll notice that they don't only just last for one single solitary frame. Of course, I spaced the frames out, but you can also see that I did two for the O shape. I did two mouth shapes. I did one larger O, and then it goes into a smaller O. that's something that you guys should really do, I think, as well, because again, it keeps the animation lively. It isn't just the one static pose. You can start with an open mouth and then go into a smaller and nearly closed mouth, or you can do vice versa. It all depends. But overall, I think this animation ended up turning out really well. I think it really fits. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope it will really help you out. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.